So guys, today back with a video on the channel. Today we're here after Newcastle United versus Watford preview. It's such a massive game on Saturday, 3 PM kick-off at St James's Park. It's a massive game for both clubs. We'll look at Watford, look at Newcastle in the normal preview, but before I start off the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It would be a lot if you could do so. But yeah boys, we're going to crack straight in. We've got a lot to speak about. We haven't had a Prem game in a very long time. Obviously our last game was not the best, but we'll go through it all in the video. Let's get into it now. We'll start off by looking at Watford. So then, Watford are sitting 17th in the Premier League table as we speak. They've played 18 games, 4 wins, and they've got a couple of surprising results there and there this season. But you look at them recently, 7 games, 0 wins, 0 draws, 7 losses. You look at that and think they're coming into this game with not the best confidence. Obviously they have got Emmanuel Dennis in training, which is a scare for Newcastle because he's got I think 7 or 8 goals this season. But we'll have a look at their last 4 games now. I've given away about the losses and whatnot, but we'll have a look at their last 4 games now. Starting off with a 2-1 defeat against Brentford, a 4-1 defeat against West Ham United, a 1-0 defeat to Tottenham Hotspur, and a 4-1 defeat in the FA Cup against Leicester. You look at their form, as I mentioned, their last 7 games they've got beat, but there's a crucial thing with Watford at this current stage in the season. These next 6 days for Watford are probably the most important days of what potentially the football club, you could say. They've got Newcastle on Saturday, Tuesday Burnley, Friday Norwich. If I was a Watford fan, I would not be happy with the way the games have laid out. I think it's if that was Newcastle playing Watford, Burnley, and then Norwich, I wouldn't be happy in 6 days as well. So you've got to take in consideration that Watford have got to prepare for 3 of their biggest games of the season, the 3 teams that are underneath them in the table. You look at how they've done against the relegation teams this season, and not the greatest to be fair. Like, you see them pick up results against Man United. They played very well against Spurs and that another 1-0 defeat. You look at that and think, can they do that against one of the lower teams, the teams that are fighting and whatnot? It will be a tough test for both teams. It could either go one way, they can make loads of goals, or it can be a 1-1 scrappy, whatever, or 1-0. It's going to go one way or the other. But in recent years, Watford have had an okay record at St James's Park. You think of it like the last time they were at St James's Park was a 1-1 draw. Fabi Shaw and Will Hughes with the goals. You look at the 18-19 season, they beat us 3-0. No, 1-0. It was a 1-0 win, sorry, with Perez. And the season before that was a 3-0 defeat where Watford absolutely dominated us. But Watford as well, we haven't really picked up wins against Watford in the Premier League. You look at Vicarage Road, we haven't won at Vicarage Road I don't think ever in the Premier League. Obviously it's St James's Park and whatnot, but it will be a tough test. Watford have got they have got a good team. You look at some of the players, Emmanuel Dennis, don't think Sarver's playing. Obviously they've got the goat in Ben Foster. I don't think he will play. I think it'll be Batchman in goal. They've just signed a new lad from the Belgium league as well. Will he make his debut? It'll be an interesting one for Watford. Obviously last time we played them was the 1-1 draw at Vicarage Road with the Sean Longstaff screamer and the goal by Ismail Assar. It's going to be a tough test. Watford have got, obviously, like I've said, good players, and they'll come into the game wanting to win. They haven't won in 7 games. They haven't played a Prem game since New Year's Day. Are they going to be a bit more refreshed? We'll have to wait and see. Claudio Ranieri hasn't had the best start to Watford. I wouldn't be surprised if he got sacked if they did get relegated, but that's Watford, boys. So far, they've lost all their last 7. They've got a massive week coming up, and let's speak about Newcastle. Right then, Newcastle, do I even need to say, we all know the last result. We got beat 1-0 to Cambridge in the FA Cup. It was a disaster from start to finish. The way we played, the way we went into the game. We went in that game with our feet up and just thought we could win. And you look at the team lineup as well. Or people question Eddie Howe. It'll be a I think this game defines Eddie Howe, in my opinion. He's got Kieran Trippier making his Premier League debut for Newcastle United. Will Chris Wood play? I'm recording this on Wednesday 6:20 and he's not been announced yet. So if I'm uploading this video and he's been announced, I don't know, because I've been a graft and whatnot. So I've got to get this video out before or after. You know the crack, boys. But we went in that game and just had no sort of ambition. Trippier was okay. Maxi was dreadful. But we need to go into this game to win. We have to win. If we win, we'll be the first time out of the relegation zone in months, probably since about September time. Since then we've been in the relegation zone. But like, one thing that stick with my mind, as I mentioned before, and it probably is quite a lot, was the Watford games coming up. You look at Burnley, Norwich, and then obviously Newcastle. They've got them 3 games in 6 days. they're going to have to prepare massively, because they're going to play us, right? They've got Sunday and Monday to prepare for Tuesday. You look at that and think, will they even have the players? They'll probably bring out a good strength team against Newcastle, but yet again there might be someone in the back cloud where in his mind where he might think, you know what, I'm going to bench Josh King, or I'm going to bench someone who can play in that Burnley game, who could be more suited and potentially get them the result. It's down to Watford. I don't really obviously follow Watford, obviously I'm following the mags and whatnot, but it'll be an interesting one. I'd like to see Chris Wood sign and start. Obviously we don't know if he's official. It will get announced, just it's a matter of when, do you know what I mean? But if he starts, it'll be an interesting game for him. Obviously Watford have got a tall defence, and Chris Wood's probably the perfect man to play against Watford. They've got two big centre backs, so you want to get balls in the box, and obviously Chris Wood will be there hopefully to score them on his Newcastle United debut, and hopefully Trippier can get an assist on his Newcastle United debut in the Premier League. But the rest of the team news wise, I don't think there's many injuries from the Cambridge game. I can't really say we're making much changes, to be fair. Obviously I don't think Emil Cross should start in centre back. I expect Jamal Lascelles and Fabi Shaw to be centre back. I don't want to give too much away because I will be doing the predicted team on Friday, so we'll have to wait and see with that. But it will be an interesting one. I'll say James, but obviously the vlog as well, boys. Make sure I check out the vlog, obviously on Saturday evening. If I've got to say a prediction, right, I can't say Newcastle keep the clean sheet, but I'm gonna go for a 2-1 Newcastle. It's a massive game, and honestly, boys, if we don't win, it'll be a tough one. It'll be really hard to rebuild our season. We've got Leeds next week, a massive game as well. We're versus the teams around you, and if you can't beat the teams around you, you're not going to pick up points, and if you don't pick up points, you get relegated and you get punished. We'll have to wait and see, boys. I think there could be more signings before the Watford game. It could be a mad one on Friday and get announced Friday. We don't know what's going to happen. Anyways, boys, I'll see you all in the next one. See you all for the predicted team tomorrow, and hopefully the Chris Wood video whenever it goes out, whenever he's announced. But I'll see you all in the next one, boys. Have a good one, and how are the fucking lads?